I can just see the anti-vaccine people already saying like, "Ha! I told you so." Anyways, that aside, guys. So today, the U.S. FDA they released a statement. So for those of you who got bad anxiety and stuff, hopefully what I'm about to tell you guys hopefully brings it down somewhat. Anyways, let's get started with the statement that the FDA had released today on Twitter. They said today, FDA and CDC Gov issued a statement regarding the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccines. We are recommending a pause in the use of this vaccine out of abundance of cautious. Is a 412 6.8 million plus doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine has been administered in the US. CDC and FDA are reviewing data involving 6 reported cases of a rare severe type of blood clot in an individual after receiving the vaccine. Right now, these adverse events appear to be extremely rare. Treatment of this specific type of blood clot is different from the treatment that might typically be administered. CDC will convey a meeting of Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices ACIP on Wednesday to further review these cases, assesses their potential significance. The FDA will review the analysis. It will also investigate these cases. Until the process is complete, we are recommending this pause. This is important to ensure the healthcare provider community is aware of potentials for these adverse events and can plan due to unique treatment required with this type of blood clot. Okay, so as you guys saw, they're doing this so in case they do occur, they can know like how to treat those blood clots. And Palmer report, they tweeted that Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are 100% perfectly safe. Johnson & Johnson vaccines still safer than most other kinds of medicines. FDA briefly pausing Johnson & Johnson to update doctors on how to treat the extremely rare side effects. 95% of US vaccines are Pfizer and Moderna anyways. So, as you guys see, they said FDA only briefing pausing Johnson & Johnson to update doctors on how to treat the extremely rare side effects. A lot of medicines, they have side effects. But before I can get my opinion on this, let's hear from someone else. So, Rodrika Applewhite, hope I pronounced her name right, she tweeted, "I have yet to see a single headline noting that how many out of 6.8 million Johnson & Johnson recipients, of which I am one, developed blood clots. The answer is 6 total over 6 months of distribution. I'm begging editors to be responsible here." So I see what she's trying to say. She doesn't want to freak people out because this coronavirus already gave enough anxiety to people, and we don't need this type of headlines again. The AstraZeneca, which was in Europe, there were a few patients that developed blood clots there, and they paused it. They did similar to what the FDA is doing here. It's just so they know, what to do in case it does occur. And a lot of medicines, they have side effects. Out of those 6.8 million so far, only 6 people have come with blood clots. Probably others that we not know of. But anyways, they came forth, and one of them, if I'm not wrong, passed away from it. But here's the thing though, almost all medicines have side effects, and even both of my parents got this vaccine. I myself got the Pfizer one, but my parents, they got both, the Johnson & Johnson, and so many other people got it, and they've been administrating it for months now. Remember, there were people in trials, and until now, everybody body reacts differently to it. So I think you should, meet with your doctor, discuss it, and then proceed with taking it and stuff, because with everything, you gotta compare the pros and cons. But without freaking out, we should educate ourselves and to see what the risks are. And almost anything there comes risk. Are you willing to take risk for the greater good or not? And some people could say we don't know the long-term effects and stuff, but there's so many other vaccines like back in the day to end polio and stuff. So vaccines are part of our lives currently. There's not much that we can do, but I myself, I made the decision that I want to, I'll try I'll do my part, in stop spreading this virus. I might still get it, who knows. But the point is that they should point out what percentage of 6 people is of 6.8 million people. It's probably like 0 point something. That's a small percentage. And no, I'm not trying to say they don't matter, though, the people they got it and stuff. I'm just saying that with what we're currently facing is there's a saying like the greater good and between the two evil, you gotta choose the one which has a little bit more good, or whatever how their saying goes. Similar, in a situation like that. But that's why the government paused it, and to see what they're gonna do about it. And I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but it's probably gonna resume after a few days when they see they see of how they can treat people who get these side effects. Once that is done, it's probably going to resume. It's crazy out there. Try to be safe, consult with your doctor, and then go on with the vaccine, or do your own research on it and stuff. And if you feel comfortable in it, it's your decision to make, to take it or not. You just gotta there's many options available to you as of this moment. Anyways, guys, that aside, the Associated Press, they tweeted that breaking news: President Joe Biden will leave U.S. troops in Afghanistan beyond the May 1st deadline negotiated with the Taliban by the Trump administration. An official says Biden has set the 20th anniversary of the September 11 attacks is the new withdrawal date. I'm glad they set a deadline for it, but if they change it from Trump, who knows? What if they change it again? No one knows that, but hopefully the young men can return to their own countries, and those people can deal with their own country. In Afghanistan, there's enough bloodshed that already took place there. A lot of innocent people died on both sides, and it's truly unfortunate. That aside, Reuters, they tweeted that Iran blamed Israel of sabotaging its key Natanz nuclear facility and vowed revenge, according to the state TV. I mean, come on, why can't Israel just mind their own business? What I'm saying is not anti-Semitic. I have nothing against the Jews. I love the Jews and stuff. It's the state of Israel, of what they're doing. You gotta call out on people who are doing something that's wrong. One, they're committing war crimes against the Palestinian people, and now this, Israel have nuclears of their own already. So Israel is believed to have around 90 nuclear heads, and they possess the ability to create up from 100 to around 100 and 200. This is hypocrisy at its best. I'm not a fan of Iran, trust me, I'm not. But how are you going to have something but you don't want other people to have? I know you're going to say, hey, they might use it more, but how can we trust you that you're not going to use it on them? See, it's a tricky situation. If the entire world wants to get rid of these nukes, they should do it together. If one's going to have it and the other one is not, it's just one is going to bully the other one because they have the nukes and the other one don't. Because they're like, oh, if you mess with me, I can just nuke you and stuff. Anyways, guys, these are some of the things taking place around the world. Don't forget to subscribe and tune in tomorrow for more. Till then, take care of yourself.